Good evening, everybody. Oh, wait, you're good?
Ready, Frank?
All right. Good evening, everybody. Um, This is the Zoning Commission regular meeting, March 14th, 2024, starting at 7 PM. And we're being held in Town Hall Conference Room, 133. At this time, I want to ask everyone to stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
And though we've got a short roll, we'll start with the left and have the commissioners introduce themselves.
Gwen Arment, alternate.
Anthony Papucci, vice chair.
Matt Grimes, alternate, I guess seated as regular tonight.
Yes.
Correct. And I was going to say, and because of the limited, I'm going to make a motion to have both Matt and Gwen as voting
You
members.
don't make a motion, you
No,
just do it.
done. Thank you. So next on the agenda, enforcement.
Sure. Mr. Vice Chair, 47 High Ridge Road, Salis residence. Continuance was granted to June 27th, 2024. That's still being continued. 11 Cross Road, I sent out a second notice. The owner did come in previously and respond, but I have not seen an application on anything there, so I did send out a second notice on that property.
When was the last time that there was like any affirmative communication with that property?
He was in the office on February 1st. 4 Heather Lane, Gomes residence. Owner called me on March 4th. He'll be applying for the proper permits and he's removing the lull from the backyard, especially for the swimming pool that he had on there. There's a civil issue going on. He has his neighbor about a shed, but that's being handled between the two guys.
Back to 11, motion to issue cease and desist of no compliance by April 1st.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Enough is enough, I think.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So gotta call the vote.
Call a vote. All of those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Abstained? All right,
Yep.
passes.
Moving over 7 Maple Tree, Lucia Prendy residence. Neighbor complained about 3 vehicles parked on the side of the road and not parked within the designated driveway. So I sent the notice of violation on March 6th. I'm just waiting a response from the property owner.
Do cars come and go from there?
No, they're stationary.
They are, okay.
118 Pocono Road, George Gallardo residence. The owner originally was installing a shed within the setback. Received a complaint from the neighbor, went out there, issued a stop work order. The owner then applied for a proper shed permit, meeting the required setbacks. After that, the shed was installed and approved. And then the owner decided he was gonna put a pool in and decided to move the shed back to where it originally was. In doing so, he put all this pool equipment in there, ran electrical to it. So I sent out a notice of violation for that. And also, he built an addition on the left side of the property, and that building is within the setbacks also. So I indicated to his attorney, he has 2 options. You can either do a land swap, or you can cut the side of the house off with the roof off, the overhang.
Did the attorney seem proactive about
He did,
addressing the
yeah.
issues? Okay, good.
So I'm gonna continue to monitor this. The attorney did call me yesterday. I had a good half-hour discussion with him, so,
Fran, can I ask you something about 7 Maple Tree?
yes,
Are any of those vehicles commercial?
no.
Do we know how many vehicles?
There was 4. 3 were alongside the edge of the road or parked diagonally on the grass, and 1 was tucked in farther off the property. Again, all 4 of them were not in designated drive. On the cease and desist list, 31 Green Knoll Drive, again, that's pending litigation, so we're not gonna discuss that. 83 Federal Road, that's at S&F Investments, that's the mobile station at down by BJ's and Kohl's. I've been watching that, that's been pretty clean at this time, but I am just keeping an eye on him right now, just because I don't wanna see it get to that condition that it was before, so. Moving on, 19 White Pine Drive, the Ribeiro residence, the vacant lot, again, I was out there on the 27th with Ms. Parkowski. We observed wood on the property. Then we went back out there on the 28th, and there was more wood on the property, so I know he was bringing more wood in, so I issued a cease and desist order. Contractor actually called me yesterday. They've stopped doing all work there. They're gonna be bringing in a machine, and they're gonna start for the clearing and grading for the house. So I am gonna continue to watch that one. That's on my radar. So. 58 Old Grays Bridge Road. It's Old Grays Bridge LLC. They are occupying, Lesser Evil Popcorn is starting to occupy a portion of the building there. They do not have a certificate of zoning compliance. The original approved plan, the special permit was never filed on the land records. There's numerous violations, building violations, fire violations. So cease and desist was sent on the 29th, and I also emailed it to the applicant. I know he did receive it because he's trying to make some attempts to fix everything there, but there's just too much work there to even consider having anybody occupy the building.
Motion issue citation of no compliance by April 1st.
How long has this been going on?
It's quite some time. There's no progress there, and he gave him a cease and desist on 2/29, and that gives them a full month to get it into compliance. I think that's more than enough time at that site. So, motion issue citation, no compliance by April 1.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Vote.
Aye.
Aye. Vote no.
You voted
No abstain? No, I voted yes.
Okay.
I raised my hand, sorry. I was just saying,
I
does
thought you said
anybody
no,
oppose?
yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
Moving on to the citation sheet, 89 Wisconsin Road. There's a damage hearing set for March 19th,
Aye.
which is next Tuesday up in Torrington. I've been advised to be available, so I will have a new update at the next zoning commission meeting as to where that stands with the appellate court. So, and then 35 Hidden Brook Drive, there's no current update from the town attorney. I have not heard anything. I know he's very inundated with everything at this time, so, but I am on it still, so.
Speaking of which, it might have fallen through the cracks. I was asked for, maybe it's good because we've got a skeleton crew tonight, if we could have the town attorney to the March 28th meeting so we can have an executive session on just to get briefed on the legal issue with the lawsuit that was filed against the commission and probably on this one as well. So we could add that to the agenda for March 28th. I know Kurt said he was gonna add it to this one. It just probably fell through the cracks and maybe Attorney Beecher was not available. So
Possible.
I'd like to get that for the 28th done. And especially because a lot of, everybody on the commission is new to executive sessions, so that's probably a good, some good training ground for the commission as a whole. So.
That's it.
Good job, Fran.
All right.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes of 2/22/24 as submitted.
Do we have to review correspondence first, or no?
Oh, okay.
Either way.
No, there was an correspondence.
Okay, all right. Make a motion to review the meeting meeting minutes from February 22nd, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Approved? Opposed? We're good?
We're good.
Sorry, who seconded that motion?
Gwen did, I
Gwen
think.
did.
Gwen, thank you.
Okay, moving on to the public hearings. First one is going to be 457 Federal Road, C24, Alan Bragg of 457 Federal Road LLC. It's a special permit with design review to convert Unit A of property back to residential.
Let me read this.
Is it that or this?
Yes.
Done. Yes.
This is a regular meeting of the Brookfield Zoning Commission. At this point in the agenda, they've scheduled a public hearing concerning the application of 457 Federal Road, application 2-242, for design review to convert Unit A of property back to residential unit. Let's introduce the members of the commission here this evening. Matt Grimes, alternate acting as voting member.
Anthony Papucci, Vice Chair.
Gwen Arment, an alternate acting as a voting member.
We'll read the legal notice of the public hearing. This was published in the News Times, initially March 1st and then March 11th. The Brookfield Zoning Commission will hold a public hearing at Town Hall, 100 Pocono Road, room 133, at 7 p.m. and 3/14/24 for following application. 457 Federal Road, application Z24-2. Alan Bray of 457 Federal Road LLC, special permit design review to convert Unit A of property back to residential. At this hearing, interested persons may appear and be heard on written communications received. Files are available for inspection at the Town Hall. Signed, Kurt Timmerman, Chairman, Brookfield Zoning Commission. Application was formally received by the Commission March 14, 2024. Public hearing is only one aspect of the approval process and is for the purpose of accepting factual information and data bearing on this application and to allow expression by the opinion of interested parties. Subsequent to this hearing, the Commission has 65 days in which to render a decision on this proposal. The final decision may be in the form of approved as submitted, approved with stipulations, or denied. After reading into the record the correspondence received by the Commission relative to the application, we will ask the applicant to present the application in detail. Presentation will be limited to 45 minutes. The chair will then entertain questions of clarification concerning the applicant's presentation. We will hear from those who wish to speak in favor, followed by those who are opposed. Comments should be limited to 5 minutes. Members of the public will have one opportunity to speak during this segment of the public hearing and may also submit their concerns in writing during the public hearing. During this segment, the commissioners may also ask additional questions. Bylaws of the commission allow only for the presentation of similar positions in succession and preclude the intermixture of comments pro or con. All questions and comments must be directed to the chair. If you are recognized, please state your name and address so your comments may be legally recorded. Please be assured that everyone will be given the opportunity to speak. However, the Commission is most interested in hearing factual information relative to the application, and in view of time constraints placed upon us, we ask your indulgence in not reiterating comments previously presented. After the public hearing, after the public comments are received, the applicant will have the opportunity to comment and will be limited to 10 minutes. Are there any questions? Okay. Are there any correspondence that was received for the record?
There was none.
There was none? Okay, now you can, the chair is now prepared.
Okay, the chair is now prepared to hear applicant's presentation. If you could write your name and address, I think there's a sheet.
You where?
Just say
Oh,
it.
just state it, okay.
Okay. Alan Bray Jr., 457 Federal Road. What else do you need?
I'm basically,
Give a narrative as to what you're looking to do.
Okay, basically it was a house a long time ago. What year is the house, Dave, you think? 19? Yeah.
Could you state your name too for the record?
And since then, it's been like just little stores. There was a comic shop in there. There was a tea shop in there that had they served tea. And then it was a restaurant. But since then, it's never changed. There's a full fireplace in there. There's bedrooms in there. It's a full kitchen in there. And we would like to take and bring it back to a house because I think it would ease up on some of the parking around our building. I just think.
Office space, for office, retail, it's a house, it's not really a good rental for that.
Cotton candy was in there last, so they kind of used it as a storage, to be honest with you.
right now the property is permitted for commercial, correct?
Yes, yes.
Because I think there's multiple other tenants in that property as well.
Yes.
The train station,
Yes,
and a couple other,
yes.
okay.
How many units are there?
What about there, Dave? 1, 2, 3.
7 units. 7 units.
Looking to make it a single-family home?
Oh, and it's one building, and the original owner combined like the two houses in the middle, but the house always stayed just a house.
So you're basically looking to have it as a mixed use.
We just want to take that one unit and put it back as a house. Just kind of, really, there's nothing to do to it, to be honest with you, other than, we put some paint on the walls, but that's about it.
Fran, have you looked at the property?
I have, yes.
And what's your take on it?
Yeah, I mean, they indicated to me that it was a pre-existing home there at one time, or a unit. I couldn't find anything in the records. I had to search the files and stuff, but, I mean, I don't see it being an issue. It complies with the regulation. It's on the second story, or the second floor, the way the property or the building is.
Right.
situated.
I was gonna say,
Around
but-
the back.
Right, because of and again, the train store is in the back, in the basement. The way that the property is set up.
That's on the other side.
Is it on the other, I thought it was.
No, it's not below it.
Oh.
M&M
That's fine.
M&M is below
Oh,
that.
all right, sorry.
Yeah.
I had it backwards, and that's why I said,
Yeah,
again, you're right. I mean, again, the property used to be a house, and over the years.
right,
It's kind of morphed into other things.
right.
But I think that section is zoned commercial, which I think that becomes the bigger question. Could we put a residential or mixed use in that space? If they're taking the top unit, the one that's on the main floor, turning it into a house, then you've got all the commercial stuff around it.
Yeah. Under the regulations, under 4.2 permitted uses, permitted table use, residential dwelling units on floors other than the first floor and a mixed-use building are permitted in that zone by special permit. So,
Special.
Correct, but it says residential units aren't allowed on the first floor, but wouldn't that be their first floor? And again, now that becomes the question, or is technically that's the reason why I was asking about the basement. Is that considered the second floor?
Where are you looking?
This diagram doesn't envision what the building looks like. So if you know where the dive shop is,
No, I know exactly what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
yeah, you've got the driveway that goes down, there are things in the back. The section that he's talking about is that brown house in the front, and then you've got the white extensions of the other businesses that are attached to the property in the front.
And there are businesses all around it.
Correct. So,
So is that a viable rental for a house?
Excuse me?
Would it be a viable rental for a
Oh,
house?
most definitely. It is a house.
Well, I understand, but now that's in a commercial area.
Yeah, I think it would be a better fit. There's just not a ton of parking right there. It would ease up on it. It's a hard rental.
As a commercial space.
Yeah, that's why like last time Candy was using it as storage.
How many cars can we fit in the driveway there now?
How many spaces were in there, Dave, recall?
for that tenant or for the,
For the building?
probably the whole building's about 30-something parking spaces. It goes all the way around the rear.
Yeah, it should be on the permit.
No, it is. 34.
Yeah.
I was trying to envision how you could fit that many, but
the parking's also in the back.
No, that
N-
part
no.
would be up front. That part would be up
Yeah, there's two spaces up front.
No, for the house, but I'm saying the 34 spots that you're talking about.
Oh, it's in the back.
That's-
Yeah, that's around the back.
That's the entire property.
Yeah,
Like I said, I wanted to be, because, again, I know the property somewhat.
yeah.
Parking in the front,
Yeah.
I want to say there's 8 spots or 10,
Yeah,
something.
give or take, yes.
I was gonna say 6, 8.
Yeah,
But again, then you've got the side and then
Yes.
everything in the back.
yes.
So to enter this particular house, you would have to enter in the front.
Yes, the driveway, the parking spot's right there. There's a handicap ramp. You walk right up the handicap and it goes right into that house. It's not like a separate, it's not separate.
So there's,
Would the front would be the only access?
There's two doors. There's one in the front and actually there's one just down at one at the bottom of the ramp, one at the top of the ramp.
Okay.
So there's two entrances.
so you really wouldn't have to do any construction?
I don't have to do anything. There's nothing to do. Paint it.
Built-in
Yeah.
fireplace. Restaurant.
It was when it was. That was where Cafe Europa was. Did he mention? Again, it was a small German place.
It-
Oh, go ahead.
No, if it would serve better as a house. A one-family house.
Right,
The one family, yep.
right.
Preferably a single person or just a husband-wife kind of deal.
Yeah,
But-
like I said, the only question that I have that, again, is the first floor, because of the way that the building is set up, is that considered first floor or second floor?
That's a first floor.
Right, but,
That's the first floor. Downstairs is a basement.
right, but
Yeah.
the reason why I'm asking is, you can't have a residential on the first floor in a mixed-use building, per the regulations.
Unless you get special permit,
Okay.
which is what they're asking for.
Okay.
And the basement is part of the house, it's not
The
used.
basement's part of the house. M&M's down in there right now. So that's like the basement of the house. Like I said, it's kind of just separate, but it's attached, if that makes sense.
But the house would not use the basement.
There's no the stairs were taken out a long time ago from the, I mean, if you open the door, you could see where the stairs were. It's just blocked up and obviously fireproof and everything underneath. But that was the basement of the house.
But there's no access now from the house.
No access to go downstairs, not at all. Totally separate.
Seems fine to me.
Does the audience have any questions or clarifications before we hear pros or cons for this? I'm now prepared to recognize those who wish to speak. Well, you've already spoken to it.
Well, not us, them,
No.
them.
Does anyone want to speak in favor of this application? Does anyone want to speak in opposed to the application?
I normally wouldn't want to make a decision with a zoning commission down in Skulls and Group, but I don't see any basis to, that we would not approve
Yeah, I
the
agree.
application for the
I
special permit.
agree.
So I'm gonna make a motion to close the public hearing with respect to 457 Federal Road.
And I will second.
All approve?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstains? Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the application Z-24-2, 457 Federal Road, special permit with design review to convert Unit A of property back to residential.
I will second that.
All opposed? Or, I'm sorry,
All
all
four?
approve?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstains?
Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay,
you,
thank you,
guys.
thank you, everybody.
Next on the agenda, 271 Federal Road, Z24-1, Pierre Christian Fry, 115 Pocono Road, 614 Brookfield for White Star Properties LLC, 506 Candlewood Lake Road, Brookfield, special permit with design review to convert an existing banquet facility into a house of worship.
Do you want to continue this one? Do you want to continue this one?
Yes, yes.
All right. I'll make a motion to continue this public hearing to March 28th, when we have the full commission.
It's gonna be some night.
Yeah.
It is, but we can't deal with this property with the.
No,
Skulls.
I absolutely agree. We can listen, but
But yeah, and then we gotta rely on the other commissioners to hear it, so
Right.
I'd rather hear this in front of a full commission, so I'm gonna make a motion to continue it.
okay. Oh,
Understood, thank you.
sorry.
You gotta.
Yes,
Yeah, thank you.
I'll second.
Thank
All
you.
approve?
Approve.
Noes? Abstains? Okay.
And it's the same situation. Is it delayed again?
I doubt it's going to be.
Yeah,
I don't.
It was an unusual
Come
set of
back.
circumstances.
Come back.
What happens if it does?
Get continued again.
Yes.
yeah. it, without the full commission.
I don't think the commission has been down to three
Ooh,
members.
and I sent it to one of your,
And like I said, yeah, like I said,
The chairman became a grandfather for the
It's-
first
it was
time
in- I
today.
think
We
it
didn't
was-
know that till we walked in.
That's
Not him, not him, not him.
no, not me.
I was pointing to the
Oh,
okay,
I'm not there yet, but getting close. Thank you.
wow,
Yes.
No, I don't live and die by the mail, but it would be nice.
okay,
At least give that notice to them.
okay.
All right. So, thank you.
That was a request to give the notice to the community because she's on the board and she didn't get it.
Well, they gotta show that they gave it, so they have to show that they gave it. So, but we can't talk about it now
No.
anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
But just, I guess just tell her afterwards and
Yeah.
then they'll make sure, yeah.
Okay. Moving on to old business, 500A Federal Road, Z24-7, Steve Sullivan of CCA Limited, 40 Old New Milford Road, Brookfield, for a toll gate, Brookfield LLC, 70 West Street, Danbury, site plan modifications. They've actually,
We'll motion to continue to
Yeah.
March 28th.
Yeah, I'll second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? All right.
Motion to set a public hearing for application Z-24-11. That's the town of Brookfield for an application for regulation change and text amendments of permitted and prohibited uses regarding cannabis establishment and medical marijuana dispensaries. And I motion to set that public hearing for Thursday, March 28th, 2024.
That was a motion.
To set the public hearing.
Yes, I'll second that. Thought it was set.
All approve?
Aye.
All opposed?
Okay.
Abstained?
All right, and I will
Yes.
motion to set a public hearing for, I'm sorry, that's not a public hearing, sorry. Sorry.
No, no. The next one is 148 North Lakeshore Drive, Z24-12. Nick, I'm gonna butcher your last name, so I'm sorry.
Well,
Yasha.
just say your name and address for the record.
Of CCA
So that we don't
Engineering.
ruin it on you.
Yeah, 40 Old New Milford Road, Brookfield, for 148 North Lakeshore Drive, LLC, 31 Harvest Court, Cheshire, CT 06410. It's the floodplain development application to replace the demolished house to build a new 4-bedroom house with attached garage, covered deck, septic, and storm drain.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. For the record, my name is Nick Yuschak, and that's spelled Y-U-S-C-H-A-K. I'm a registered landscape architect with CCA LLC at 40 Old New Milford Road. The applicant is 148 North Lakeshore LLC. The property is at 148 North Lakeshore Drive, and this is on Candlewood Lake. The existing site is 0.32 acres. It's in the R7 zone. They're replacing a demolished house with a 4-bedroom, single-family dwelling. This has an attached garage, septic, storm drainage, and a covered rear deck in the back. We're before the commission this evening because of a required floodplain development application. The site plan over here, it shows in blue, just to help walk you through this. The base flood elevation for Candlewood Lake is at 440.8. This is CL&P datum. And this has been verified by the FEMA at the FEMA Boston office. Candlewood Lake, as you probably know, is a dam-controlled lake. It's a man-made lake, and this 440.8 elevation is the highest possible water elevation. So that's represented by the blue line here. For comparison, the FEMA 100-year floodplain line is in pink, and that's per the town GIS and the FEMA floodplain maps, which are, they take forever to change. So we show this for comparison because these waters physically cannot reach the pink line. It's the blue line is the defining line. So what does this mean? This means that the house, which is shown in brown, the lowest floor elevation that we've set is the basement, and that's 442.5. So per regulations, you have to be at least a foot above. And in this case, we're setting that basement floor elevation at 1.7 feet above flood elevation. So kind of in conclusion, the proposed dwelling will not need to be flood-proofed. So it's kind of hard to wrap your head around the different elevations, but basically what this means is we're proposing to be well above the base floor elevation. So
Was that,
that's-
what was the situation, the house that was demolished, did it have about the same thing in terms of the foundation?
yeah, it's relatively the same footprint, but that's, yeah, we're really here for the,
It's not a huge lot, that's why.
no, it isn't. And everything is well above the 440 line, and it's well above this base flood elevation. And the commission might recall recently, we did the exact same floodplain development application for a lot, maybe 2 or 3
Yes,
lots up the road, 126, I think it was.
and about the same size house too, took up
Right,
the whole,
right. I was
whole
gonna-
lot.
Right.
Right, yeah.
Took up the whole lot.
Right, and we have letters in the file from FEMA where they verify this. So this is really just zeroing in on site conditions. And so basically,
Can I ask you, is there, there's a house behind it?
No, the house is on the lake.
I understand.
right, this is.
The house behind
yeah, this is-
North Lake Shore.
This is the lake, and then here's the house.
Right.
And then there's
Yeah.
North Lake Shore.
No, I understand, the house on the other,
Yeah,
is there,
there's-
there's a house behind.
There's homes to either side.
How,
Yeah, they're not that large lots, Gwen.
no, I know, I live across the,
Okay.
I look at them, believe me. So what I'm saying, what I'm asking, first of all, is, how many stories is it?
This is just the main story and the basement
Oh,
below.
okay, I see, okay. And the house behind it, is it elevated? Is the land elevated?
I'm not really familiar with what's
You
going
know.
on
I,
behind
I,
them.
I could at least talk to this to help him. The triangle is grass. That's at the same elevation of the house. The house across the street on Twilight, which that's the angled road, those are elevated.
Yeah. And the reason I ask is, I'm at Candlewood Lake Club, and I was just with some people tonight, and with all the rain, because we're on a slope too, there's a lot of flooding inside. So my question is also, is there enough space for, where's the septic tank?
Septic is in the front yard,
That's the leach field, yeah?
yes.
And the tank?
And the tank is down here.
Most of them on North Lake Shore Drive do abut North Lake Shore Drive, from what I understand. My father was in the business.
And I didn't design a septic, Stephen Sullivan, who's the civil engineer in our firm, has done this. So we're mainly here for the floodplain.
Oh, I understand, I understand.
Yeah, and,
It's just very concerning.
But in terms of the floodplain, I mean, frankly, I don't see any reason that the commission shouldn't.
No, I agree.
this
Yeah,
application.
I'm okay with it.
I understand. I'm just
Okay, no, no.
discussing this, because it's a concern when there's, so much space taken up with a house, and we're concerned with the lake, and we're concerned with the septic, and we're concerned with,
right, and the storm drainage has been, everything's been sized properly, and we have a underground recharge system that takes care of everything. So it's more than adequate to handle the storm drainage and the sanitary.
When about was the previous house demolished? How long ago was that?
Last year?
Was it about a year ago?
Yeah.
Okay,
was it hit by the microburst?
No,
No,
Oh,
I
No.
didn't think so.
this house was on the blight list.
Oh,
Might have been nice if it was hit by the.
Right.
yeah, because I don't remember, because I go by there all the time in the boat.
Yeah, just for context, this was the existing
Was a
house.
headache.
Right,
So it's
Oh, for years.
relatively unchanged.
right. I was gonna say, the
Okay, so it's a
in looking at the
one-story.
Yeah, and looking at the footprint, the only thing that I see that's changed, comparable to the other houses that are built on North Lake Shore Drive that are gonna be by this, is the extension in the front, which I'm assuming is the garage and then second floor.
That's the garage.
Yeah.
As I understand it, the existing house was a two-story.
Correct, correct, and it had a small one-car garage. The front was all grass, they had a pedestal in the front. Again, the house was in massive
You know,
disrepair.
I think, I mean, there's no neighbors here tonight, but I'm sure they'll be happy to see this as opposed to what was there.
Oh, yes, look, everybody, yeah, the neighborhood is
Well, and
definitely
it's one
happy.
story, so that's good too.
Less visual impact.
Uh-huh, yes. Okay, that's good to know.
All right, I'm gonna make a motion that we approve application Z 24-12 with respect to 148 North Lake Shore Drive, and that's a flood plan development application.
I'll second that.
All approved?
Aye,
Aye.
Opposed?
thank you.
Abstained?
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
We'll see you again on the next one.
All right, and then,
77 Dale.
yeah, 77 Vale, Z24-13. Mike,
Oh, sorry.
and I'm gonna butcher your name too, Mike, so I apologize.
My name's Anthony.
Oh, even worse. DeForio of TD and Sons, Inc. Diorio? Gotcha. 34 Sunset Hill Road, Bethel, site plan modification for emergency access for a gravel driveway in lieu of grass pavers, proposed strip island to eliminate proposed emergency access gate.
Correct. We have,
Just
Could
give
you
your name and
stand
address
behind
for
the-
the record again.
sorry. It's Anthony Diorio. My personal
No,
address?
your business address.
77 Val Road, Brookfield. Sorry. We built our building over at 77 Vale, and we're just asking for two changes. In the back of the building, we want to change it to stripe islands, as well as no gate for the emergency access.
And how's that different from what you were doing initially?
Excuse me?
How's that different from what you were doing initially?
There was, Steve, when he drew the drawing originally, there was a proposed gates for the emergency access,
Right.
so we eliminated those. Speaking with the fire marshal, he's accepting of it.
Fran, you been out there? or-
I have, we got, yeah, Laura and I have both been out there. The application's still in front of the Wetlands
Right.
Commission, so technically you can't do anything until Wetlands approves it first. It's
Make
just for
it- We
modification.
can make contingent motion, I guess, on that, but.
Where is Vale Road on here?
Sorry. Val Road is right here.
Oh, okay.
No problem.
So you're way over here.
Correct, this is our building.
Okay.
So this is the
Oh,
the
Vale, I'm
gravel
sorry.
driveway.
Duh.
Gravel driveway, that's a proposed gate, and these are the two striped islands. We're proposing instead, in lieu of a concrete curbing.
I see.
Is Wetlands taking this up on the 25th? or-
Wetlands, it was already went before wetlands once, there was
But
some-
they haven't voted on
But
it
they
yet.
haven't voted on it, they wanted one modification to the plan. The plan that was submitted didn't have the upland review line on it, so they wouldn't feel comfortable approving it.
All right, so I will make a motion to continue this till till the Inland Wetlands Commission weighs in on this. Continue to March 28th. Or well, no, continue to when the Wetlands Commission
Correct.
acts on it.
Yes, okay.
I just gotta-
Turn it down, we won't
Okay.
act on it, sorry.
I have to take Steve's gonna put the wetlands on that existing as-built map and just submit it back to the wetlands.
Okay, so they meet on the 25th, we meet on the 28th. If it goes in front of them then and they do something, we'll be able to do something for you the 28th. We can't weigh in without Wetlands.
Correct.
So I'll make a motion to continue.
I'll second that.
Okay.
All approved?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Okay.
Only three of us.
Counts easy. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Tabled items, revision of the zoning schedule. I'm thinking, just make a motion.
We gotta wait on it, we gotta wait.
Right. Yeah. So,
So yeah, we can just, we don't even have to, we just leave it.
We're
on
done,
the agenda.
yeah.
We'll leave it on the agenda.
there, Fran, on the next one, the training courses, I mean, are there dates available coming up in the future for those that have not done, or need a refresher or anything like that?
I can check with Amy and see who's completed everything. I believe most of the zoning commissioners have completed all their training.
I did way back when, though. Not this go around. I haven't.
They also have online, you don't even have to go to a class.
I know. I'm also certified Connecticut municipal official, so I take the courses in that,
Yeah.
so.
Okay,
I can have Amy send you the links to everything.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, absolutely.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
thank you.
And I just want to thank the folks in the land use office for getting that press release out on the 28th, public hearing cannabis. I've seen it, I think now on the News Times, I've seen it on the Patch, I've seen it being passed around town. And I think really the commission has, and the land use staff has been proactive, that we do want to hear from the public on that. So I really want to thank everybody for collaborating on that, and hopefully the public does weigh in on it. Have we gotten any emails or anything, feedback yet? Or just one so far?
I think there'll be people here.
Yeah, yes, I absolutely agree. It's gonna be,
Board, so it flashes up front on the main TV screen, so people can see.
Okay,
So,
very good.
One other small location, but every little bit helps.
But no, thank you for being proactive and getting all of that out
Correct.
afterwards, so.
correct.
All right, I guess we should congratulate our chairman, even though he's not here for good reasons. So.
Correct.
All right, I'll make a motion to adjourn at 7:42 PM.
I'm representing
Oh.
my parents, they're on vacation. They
For-
told me to come.
For what, sir?
Proposed front porch.
Oh, you're at the wrong meeting.
Am I?
Yep, you're supposed to be going to the zoning board of appeals meeting.
Uh-oh.
That's on April 1st.
And actually, I think you were supposed to be on the last one,
You
no?
were supposed to be present for the last meeting, but you missed it. So the next meeting will be April 1st.
Okay, when was the last one? Just out of curiosity.
March.
So the first Monday of the month.
Yeah,
The first Monday of every month?
Yep.
Sweet. Makes it easy on me, I don't have to do anything.
I wondered why you were here.
You did not. That was awesome, thanks for.
I was gonna say, sorry for being the last man standing.
That was great.
I thought you were here just to watch.
No.
So I'll make a motion to, again, adjourn at 7:43 PM.
I'll second that.
All
Aye.
approved?
Favor?
Aye?
Aye.